Obviously very excited to be here. This is my first time in Europe, first time overseas, so very excited to play this weekend. Obviously playing a really good Jets team. I thought overall we had a really good day today on the grass. Very excited about this opportunity.
Sam, have you contacted anybody within your peer group or about games in London beforehand, before coming here, and what to expect the crowd to be like as well?
Yeah, we talk about it here and there about what the crowd's going to be like, and the different jerseys that might show up in the crowd, and just how loud it might be, like not knowing if we're going to have to use cadence or maybe go on the silent count on a couple third downs, maybe in the red area. So that's always something that we're kind of cognizant of and that we've been talking about.
Sam, there's a video going around of you saying your favorite pregame song to listen to, 15th and 1st.
Yeah.
Gucci Mane Waka Flocka Flame. How did that begin, that tradition, you listening to that song before every game?
Yeah, that's a great question. Great research also. No, it's kind of started in high school for me and my buddies. And then I think I played one good game after listening to it and kind of made it a tradition ever since.
Sam, you've got this offense firing at the moment. How excited are you to have TJ potentially coming into this as well?
Yeah, to be able to add another piece to the weapons that we already have, obviously would be huge for us.
Sam, what would a win against the Jets, against Aaron Rodgers on national TV in the US mean for you and for this franchise to go to 5-0 as well?
Yeah, I think just to come over here, put a really good. I think we've put a solid week of work together to be able to prepare the way that we have, and just to be able to have a really solid opportunity to come out against a good team and play good football. They present a lot of challenges, not only on defense but obviously on offense and special teams. So we're excited about the opportunity.
Sam, going on the Jets defense, that how would you attack them? They've had good games this year. Not so good.
Yeah, really aggressive defense, really aggressive style. The way they can come after you in a lot of different ways, and whether they're disguising their pressures, disguising coverages, them playing physical. Very, very excited. I keep reiterating it, but very excited about this opportunity.
Sam, I'm sure you must have seen in the corner of your eye last week, Josh Oliver having a pretty nice game against Rashawn Gary. And when we look at his offense, how much would you say he's been a bit of an unsung hero as to what you guys have achieved so far? Yeah, I think J.O.'s been doing a really good job. Every single week he just puts his head down and goes to work, and he does everything that is asked of him within this offense, whether it's blocking, catching the rock every now and then, and doing his thing in the red area as well. So J.O.'s been stepping up for us.
Sam, you're going to get up against a team you know fairly well. Does the revenge narrative give you that extra chip on your shoulder?
I wouldn't say so. I think, being pretty far removed from, the Jets organization and being just, a few years removed from it, obviously I still know a few players over there. But yeah, I think just, being able to see those guys is going to be good, and to see some of the, the equipment guys and some of the, people that I've dealt with behind the scenes over there will be good to see them. But other than that, for me, it's just, another really good opportunity to play solid football.
It looks like you've been playing with this team for so many seasons. You fit in so seamlessly. Everything clicks. The chemistry is on point. What do you put that down to?
I think it's the hard work that we put in this offseason. With the coaching staff, with the players, just being able to get on the grass in April, and really since then, just been stacking really good days, one day at a time, and we've been really doing that ever since I got in here in April.
Sam, you talked about in one of the press conferences before you came over here about the subtleties of your play and working on the subtleties against defences, especially the calibre of the Jets. Has that been hard to learn for you, or has it become quite easy, and was it quite natural to work on them dynamics?
Yeah, I think there's different challenges with that, but having the experience that I have and being able to work within different systems, I feel like that makes it a little more seamless.
Your coach previously spoke about how the quarterback is the hardest position to play in the NFL. As a developing quarterback, you have to learn so many different plays and learn so many different reads. Could you give some sort of tip, some sort of advice to aspiring quarterbacks? Like, what do they need to do to learn all of those intricate plays or get those into their systems? Because quarterback is definitely one of the positions where it's hardest to come into the league and play?
For sure. Yeah, I think the biggest thing at the quarterback position is really just taking it one step at a time. Not getting too ahead of yourself or, thinking, oh, how can I play at a really high level? It's really just taking it one step at a time and really, it's like anything. You start out, beginner level, and then you kind of get going, whether you're learning a system or you're just learning how to play the game at a really young age. So it's just really taking it one step at a time and not getting too ahead of yourself.
Sam, if you had the choice to pick where you next play your international game, where would that be and why?
That's a great question. I'm loving it here so far. Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. I think anywhere in Europe. I think anywhere in Europe would be awesome. Mexico. I feel like a lot of guys that have played there. Again, this is my first time playing anywhere but the United States. To be able to come here and play here, I'm very excited about it. But guys that have played in Mexico have said it's a really, really awesome experience as well.
Sam, what advice have the other players on the team who've been over here before? What advice have they given you about what it's like to play at Tottenham and in the UK in general? Yes,
they continue to talk about how great of an experience it is and how in tune the fans are with the game. I feel like, throughout the years and, with all the media coverage that American football gets nowadays in Europe, I feel like the fans are continuing to learn the game more and more, and for us to be able to come over here and have this dialogue, not only with you guys but with the fans as well, and it's a really great experience. And then the biggest thing for us going into Sunday is just making sure that we're getting our sleep, we're feeling right, and we're kind of getting on this time zone. I think that's one of the biggest things for us.
And even though it's a home game for you, is there a worry that it's not going to feel like a home game? You're not at US Bank Stadium. There's going to be fans of all 32 teams in the stadium. How's that going to be for you?
Yeah, I think it's more so kind of a neutral environment, I would say. But Vikings fans are everywhere, so you never know. They might be showing out tomorrow, and they might be really loud.
So,
two more questions.
We've seen across the league that teams on average passing yards are down significantly. I think on pace for the lowest since 2003. What would you put that down to? Is it more kind of these umbrella coverages, more young quarterbacks kind of being thrown in straight away? As a quarterback, how do you see it, and why do you think that is?
Yeah, I think you can, maybe it's some of the things that you said. Could also just be a coincidence. So, I think for us it's, defenses are getting pretty intricate with all the different coverages and how they're disguising. And I think once you get into the later stages of a game, and whether a team's up by a lot or down by a lot, you see obviously a team that's down try to throw and get, you end up getting a lot of passing yards that way, and then vice versa. When you're up by a lot, you tend to run the ball a little bit more, and those passing yards go down. So, those numbers might be skewed because of a lot of different variables like that.
Sam, there are plenty of fans in the UK who continue to watch the sport but don't yet have a team. Why should they support the Vikings?
Great fan base. And a lot of our players have a lot of different backgrounds as well. Yeah, I think at the same time, I would urge a lot of fans that don't have a team to do their own research. Kind of look up football, maybe watch some highlights, and because that's what I did when I was a young kid, and that's how I decided who my favorite players were and who my favorite teams were.
And who were they?
Not going to get into detail about that. Yeah, some of the really good quarterbacks when I was growing up. So Kevin O'Connell. Exactly.
A little bit of the pressure you feel on your own shoulders right now.
Yeah, I think I'm not, to be honest, not really feeling a ton of pressure. I think for me, it's just being able to go out there and take it one play at a time, and really not think about anything more or anything less than that.
Sam, you were recently awarded the NFC Offensive Player of the Month. How much does an award mean to you first, and then obviously the whole organisation to be recognised as one of the best offences in the league at the current moment?
Yeah, it's a cool honor. I think to be recognized that way, I think it shows kind of where we are, not only as an offense but as a whole team. I would say it's a whole team award. For us to be able to, for our defense to be able to go out, get stops, it allows us to be in a really good position. Maybe their defense is more tired throughout the game because they're staying on the field a little bit longer. We're able to sustain drives. So, and then, the way that we've been running the ball, our offensive line, our running backs, receivers, tight ends, catching, blocking for our running backs. So it's a collective award for sure. And, it just kind of goes to show the hard work that we've put in as a team throughout the offseason to get there.
So, any sympathy for quarterbacks having to face Brian Flores' defense this year?
No, because I dealt with it all offseason. It's a challenge in itself, and I'm glad I don't have to go against it this year. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it.